Do you struggle playing chords on the guitar?
Well, you've come to the right place.
Welcome to Melody Bar. My name is Luke. In this video, I'm going to show you how to approach playing chords on the guitar. Whether you're an absolute beginner or you just need a few tips to boost your performance, I'm sure you'll get something from this video. First of all, I'm going to explain to you what a chord actually is. A chord is what you get when you play a selection of notes together, most commonly 3 or more. This is an E chord, also known as E major. This is a G chord, also known as G major. There are many different types of chord, but for this video I'm just going to stick with the 2 most common types, major and minor. First of all, I'm going to show you how to navigate a chord box. This is a chord box. As you see, the string names E, A, D, G, B, and E are written above each string.
Imagine the guitar like this. That is the box. E, A, D, G, B, E. So we know which finger to put on each string and each fret. We number the fingers on your fretting hand. The index finger is 1, the middle finger is 2, the ring finger is 3, and the pinky is 4.
You will see different numbers on the different frets on the chord box. That refers to which finger you use. You will also hear me say, put finger 1 on fret 2, for example. That would mean put your index finger on fret 2. The frets are numbered. When I say O, that means the open string. You play the string without putting your finger onto any frets. When I refer to frets, what I'm talking about are the metal lines on the guitar. This is fret 1, this is fret 2, this is fret 3, and so on. These parts are the fret spaces. These are where we put our finger. When we place our fingers on a particular fret, so for example, if I put finger 1 onto fret 2, it would be here. You notice I'm putting my finger as close to the fret as possible. I don't want to put my finger on the fret because you get a dull sound. You also don't want to be too far away from the fret or you might get buzz. A lot of the time when you do get fret buzz, it is because you're too far away from the fret. The reason you would get fret buzz if you're too far away from the fret is because this little bit of string is vibrating behind the fret, into the fret. So you need to get nice and close, almost touching it, just at the side, and you get no buzz at all. Now let's play a few chords. This is something not every guitar teacher teaches, but I think this is very important. When I explain about putting your fingers down onto a chord, I'm not going in numerical order. I'm going from the bottom string to the top string. The thickest string, the low E string, is also known as the bottom string. It is the lowest string. As you strum on the guitar, you're normally strumming a downstroke. So we want to be strumming from the lowest string to the highest. So this is a C chord, for example. And a lot of people put their fingers down, 1, 2, 3. The problem with that is, if you're changing to a C chord, you could miss the beginning of the strum. But if you practice going from the lowest string to the highest first of all, you'll always catch that first downward strum. Please check out my individual chord videos if there are any chords you want to know. So let's learn an E major chord. This is E major, as you can see from the chord box. I will go through the steps of playing this chord. You put your second finger onto the second fret of the A string. You put your third finger onto the third fret of the D string, and you put your first finger on the first fret of the G string. And you strum down. Like I said before, try to get as close to the frets as you can so you get no fret buzz. If you're new to strumming too, just try some downward strums. If you don't have a pick, you can use your thumb. So that's how you play an E major. Like I said before, there are major chords and minor chords. Major chords sound happy. Minor chords sound sad. Let's go to an A minor, shall we? An A minor chord is played like this. There's a little trick to this. It's actually an E major chord, but you just move down one string each. You put your second finger on the second fret of the D string. You put your third finger on the second fret of the G string. You put your first finger on the first fret of the B string. Now, this is something you'll see on the chord box. Can you see that little red cross? That means you don't play that string. So we don't play the low E string when we play an A minor chord. And there you have an A minor chord. This might take you a bit of time to change chords. That's usually the hardest thing for a beginner guitarist. So I'm going to play between E and A minor. There is a lot more to chords than this video. Please follow the melody bar journey by liking and subscribing, and check out my other videos like this one right here. Melody bar, music for everyone.